IVF felt like the Hail Mary pass to us. And we actually ended up going through in vitro over the Christmas season. Our 2-week wait ended on Christmas Day. I remember us getting up the morning after Christmas and throwing on a baseball cap and walking out the door and saying goodbye to my dad and driving to the clinic and sitting in the clinic with all of these other individuals who were waiting for news. And so the blood was taken by my favorite phlebotomist that morning, which was wonderful, and we talked about our Christmases, and then we went home, and I remember a lineup of phones in front of us on the coffee table, and all 4 of us sitting in the living room just waiting. And Leanne was actually out of town with her family over Christmas, and she made the clinic promise that no one would call us with the news except her. Because if the news was bad, she wanted us to hear it from her. And if the news was good, nobody was going to be delivering that news except for her. And I remember the phone ringing and us rushing off to the room that's now our daughter's nursery. And standing in there and hearing Leanne's voice and hearing her say, "I have really good news." And it was an odd transition to move from the clinic's waiting room to our obstetrician's waiting room, because there were all these pregnant bellies that I had been avoiding for 3 years, and yet I was sitting in this waiting room becoming one of them. And I think infertility is such a hard journey. I think I'll always identify as infertile, even though I have now conceived and given birth to a beautiful baby girl. In a lot of ways, moving into the OB's office, we missed the community of the center. We had been with our providers and with some of those people from the very beginning, and so to move into a completely different realm of care, it took us a while to finally settle into pregnancy and also to settle into, okay, we can breathe. This child is going to stick with us and we will have a baby at the end of this, because after hearing no for so long, it was hard to live into the reality that we actually had a yes, and Dr. Robbins had given us that yes.